Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning all.
So I just posted the answers of the all validation rules and formula fields. Who is not completing, just refer that document and take the formula fields. Almost all assignments answers are given. Just refer them later. So yesterday we were discussing about the security part. So what are all different types of securities we have? Here, system level security, authentication, authorization, social security. Social security. So by using Salesforce credentials, we can log in with the Twitter, Facebook, Salesforce applications. Authentication, open authentication, authorization, and here single sign-on, federated authentication, delegated authentication. So these are the system level securities. So our main focus is on application level security, data security, how you are going to maintain. If they ask in the interviews, you need to discuss this one only. Object level security, record level security, field level security, right? So object level security, you can maintain by using two concepts like profiles and permission set. Profiles and permission set. Record level security, OWD, sharing rules. OWD and sharing rules. And field level security, three types. It's not three types, three ways we can handle field level security. Profiles, by using profiles, the particular field, if you want to show or not to the user, you can maintain. And the page layouts already we saw. Page layouts, record types. Right. In the first object level security, we are going to discuss. Everyone clear? Any questions as of now? Security part. Any questions, someone? So first thing we will see object level security. Before that, any questions, just let me know. As of now. For all tasks, whatever I given validations and formulas, I send the notepad. You can refer that one. If you are facing any issues, at the end of the class, I will give the time. Okay. Right. So object level security, we can maintain by using profiles and permission set. Already you wrote. Just write down first point. Object level security. Object level security is controlled by number one, files. Number two, permission set. Profiles and permission set. Profiles and permission set. We will see. So how we will use profiles and using how we will maintain object level security. See how here which objects user can able to see. Don't write anything. Just listen. Which objects user can see. Which objects user can see. And what kind of operations they can able to perform. What operations? Operations in the sense here read access, create, can be able to create, edit, delete, to all, view all, modify all. Modify all. Modify all. These are the different actions user can perform. The modify all and view all, it is on entire database. It will work on entire database. So these things will work on object level, only table level. This particular object can able to read access you are giving, or create access, edit access, or delete access. CURD operations. These are all CURD operations. What is CURD operations? As a developer, you should know this word. CURD. Create, update, read, delete. Create, update, read, delete. Write somewhere if you want. CURD operations. Usually this word we will use in the development activities. Big application also, you have to insert the data, delete the data, or read the data, select by using select statement, right? You can update the data. How much big application it is also, this 4 operations should be there. Read, delete. You can call it as CURD operations. So what kind of access levels you are giving to that particular object, that is the matters. These things are important. Let me show you in the application. Go to setup. What is the profile navigation? And anyone tell me what is the profile navigation? Create objects. Objects. You're able to see my screen, right? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right. So let me open any object. Sorry, here we want profile level, right? So go to manage users, open profiles. Any profile I'm going to open. Just go to edit mode, then we will discuss here. These are all tab settings. Administrative permissions. Starting one, application permissions. If you enable applications, what kind of applications can this particular profile can able to see? That will handle administrative. Here standard object permissions, it will be enabled. See what are all available here? Read access, create access, edit access, delete, view all, modify all. View all, modify all. Right? Read access, create, edit, delete, view all, modify all. Got it? So these are all the permissions on where object level security. These things you have to tell. Object level security, read, create, edit, delete, view all, modify all. It's clear? Just write down points. Profile level. Reading profile level security. Which objects user can see? which objects user can see, and what operations he can perform, what operations he can perform are controlled by profile. Next point. Profile level. At the profile level, we have following permissions. On a object. Following permissions on a object. At the profile level, we have following permissions. Spellings, just check them. At the profile level, we have following permissions on a object. Just list out all. Number 1, read access, read. Number 2, create. Number 4, delete. 5, view all. Number 6, modify all. Next point. Modify all data. Modify all data. View all data. Modify all data. View all data on entire database. If you want this one also, somewhere you can write. Third operations means what? Create, update, read, delete. As part of development, we will discuss. Still, this word you can write here. Right. This is what the profile level, object level security. In the profile object level security, how we will maintain. So with this actions, enabling or disabling, like that we will maintain the security here. So object you want to see or not, that user. That's it. Profiles, whatever we told previously. So all points will apply here. Right. Permission set. Second one is permission set. Everyone following them?
Yes,
Everyone
yes.
following?
Yes, sir.
Permission set. See, permission set, if you want to understand, I will give one example. One real-time example. So let's take some what users are there. Users. Very important concept in your regular work and interviews purpose. Very important. So let's take some 4 people are there. Everyone is having senior software engineer profile designation. Everyone is having senior software engineer profile. We assign senior software engineer profile. But your lead is going on vacation. Your lead is going on vacation from 1 month. Let's say your team lead is going on, or project manager. Team lead or project manager. Project manager is going on long vacation, 1 month. So that time, whatever the operations he is doing, whatever access or anything he is doing, extra access permissions. So one of the member he will assign. He will select one person, Mr. Ram, Sam, or Knox, or Sarah, anyone. So what he will do, he will assign. You want to give some extra permissions. Let's say some delete permissions don't have. SSC level, delete permission don't have. Please mute it, somebody. If you are not talking, can you please mute it? Right. So here, your team lead is giving, or your project manager is providing some extra permissions to this particular person. Knox. For Knox, he is also having SSC profile, but what your manager is doing, some extra permissions he is giving. Extra permissions. He is providing to the Knox. In absence of his, what he will do, he will take care of all project managerial activities or other team members. Some extra permissions he is giving to the one of the profile. So we can assign the profile only. What we will do, we will create some extra permissions, some set of extra permissions, and assign to that permissions to these profiles. This is nothing but permission set. Name only telling, right? Permissions set. Some set of permissions you are providing, some extra permissions you are providing. What user is getting from the profiles. Generally, SSC profile you created, everyone is having the same permissions, right? He can be able to see the edit button. He is also can see edit button. Everyone can able to see edit button, read mode, or anything. But apart from the profiles, what is getting? Apart from that, you are giving some extra permissions to one of the member. This is nothing but permission set. Everyone clear? Concept, basic understanding. Basic understanding clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Still any confusion?
Yes, sir.
Still any confusion is there? Right. Just try down. I will give you the navigation. How to create a permission set and how to assign. We will see. The first try done basic one. Permission set. Main heading, permission set. If you want to assign, you want to assign any extra set of permissions, create specific user for a specific user. Permission set. We will use permission set. Next point, we can assign 1 minute. We can assign another way. We will write the point. We can assign additional, right? Additional only you are giving, right? Additional permissions. Additional permission. Additional permission apart from what user write the word. After that you can write it. Let me complete the sentence. So what user is getting through profiles. Yeah. Right on. So we can assign additional permission. We can assign additional permissions. We can assign additional permissions, comma, apart from what user is getting through profiles. What user is getting through profiles. What user is getting through profiles. Navigation. Let's see classic navigation. Administer, setup, administer, manage users, administer, manage users, permission set, lightning list, administration, right? Administration. Under administration, now users, permission set. New. After click on new, the steps are same. Lightning and classic. What you have to do here. Let me open this one. Everyone writing part completed up to here. Just confirming. Writing part everyone completed up to here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then go to application, everyone. Just navigate with me. Go to application. Click on setup. So what is the navigation I told? Click on setup. Administer. Manage users. Click on manage users. Permission set. Permission set. Click on permission set. Click on permission set. Here we have already your Salesforce is given some permission sets. Default permission set. Some description also they given. If you want accordingly, based on your requirement, client requirement, if it is If it is suit anything, you can clone it. Otherwise, we can create a new. This is fine. Then we will just existing only we will create. Otherwise, what we will do? Just we will create a new one. Click on new button. Up to here, everyone steps completed, right? Right.
Yes.
So write down step 1, enter permission set information. Enter permission set information. Enter permission set information. Enter permission set information. Step 2, select the type of users who will use this permission set. Select the type of user. Select the type of users who will use this permission set. Who will use this permission set. So we will create some course permission. So write down step 2 completed, everyone. Select the type of users who will use this permission set. License we will give it to Salesforce user. What are our licenses are available? Just check once. Sorry. See, all licenses it is showing. We given Salesforce license, right? Salesforce platform and Salesforce license. Two things we have. Just check once. See, here it is there. Salesforce and Salesforce platform. Salesforce and Salesforce platform. With the free trial version, you will get how many users? Trial account, how many licenses we will get? It's one of the interview questions. Can anyone answer me?
Two.
If you create a trial account, how many Salesforce licenses I can get?
5.
How many? How many Salesforce I'm asking? How many Salesforce?
3. I think 3, sir.
3.
3.
How many Salesforce platform license we will get?
2.
2.
That's very important.
2.
1.
Total how many?
Total 5.
Total how many?
Total 5, sir.
Total 5. In that Salesforce how many and Salesforce platform how many? That's what my question.
3 and 2.
2 Salesforce and 3 Salesforce
Salesforce
platform.
2. Salesforce 2. Salesforce platform 3. We'll see. Whatever completed topics you should give proper answers. See, once you create this permission set, once you create the permission set after saving, see, there are some functionalities here: clone, delete, edit properties, manage assignments, and down if you see applications, assigned connected applications, object settings, application permissions, Apex class for access. So where you want to give extra permissions for this user in this permission set, what kind of permissions you want to give extra? That permissions we have to define somewhere. These permissions we have to define. If you select assigned apps, everything, right? System permissions, service providers, flow access. How many ways we can provide the access? Yeah, assigned apps, if you select nothing, assigned apps, nothing. And assigned connected apps, object settings we will take. object settings. Here we have different objects. How many fields are there? Also they given. How many fields? The total objects are listing here. In which object you want to give for that user? Which object you want to give? For example, invoice, if you want to give extra permissions, go to invoice. Go to invoice. So here, edit, you can edit. Invoice object. In the invoice object, I want to give some special access to this person. Okay. Read access, create, edit, delete, view all, modify all. Field permissions. Field permissions. See here. If you want enable read access, invoice, this is extra permission you are creating. This set contains these extra permissions. In the invoice object, so I'm giving some extra permissions. So delete button I'm giving, delete access I'm giving, delete and edit access, right? So view all access, modify all access also I'm providing. Everyone clear? You are defining whatever you want, extra permissions in the objects. Same way you can create other places also. So I enabled here some delete access, extra permissions I given. Okay. So this contains only invoice object, this permission set is having only invoice object, some extra permissions I enabled. Invoice object, extra permissions enabled. Like that you can enable applications also, tabs also, or Apex class access, Visual Force access, some Visual Force pages if you want to give some extra permissions to this user. So there is nothing, there is no installed packages, right? Or flow access we can give. Some flows will be there. So for that flows access also you can provide the extra permissions. Like that we will define some extra permissions. Everyone clear what I am doing here?
Yes.
Right. Permission set. So here the course permission created, newly created. Course permission newly created. What is the license? Salesforce license. Salesforce license, how many users are there? For all users you can provide. For all users you can provide. So we can assign this one to the particular profiles. So how to create, everyone clear? How to create? So I will give two use cases.
Yes,
you can create it. I will give some use cases. I will take other paint. First use case right now. Create a course object. Create a course object. Create a, you know, right, how to create a course object. One. File. Print. Read. Read access on course object. Read access on course object. Read access on course object. Assign file to a user. If any user is there, you can assign that profile. After that, what you have to do? It's only Permission set. Create a permission set. Course permission. Permission set course permission. Choose the choose the license. Want choose the license if you want. Object settings. Go to object setting. Just now I showed, right? I did for invoice. You need to do for course. Choose the course object. That is the next step. Choosing what we will do. And read, create, read, access on next step. What you have to do. This is step one. This one everything you know. I can say this is step one. Now first what we did, create a profile student with the read access on course object. After that, assign this profile to the user. After that, you are creating, sorry, not. This is step two. Creating permission set. Create a permission set, course permission name. Choose the license if you want. Salesforce license. Salesforce license. Grant some extra permissions to this user and save it. Save it. The next thing what you have to do. Step 3. This permission and this permission set to have student profile. Have student profile. How to assign permissions? You created profiles, you created extra permissions, permission set also. Once permission set is created, how to assign this one? How to assign? There are some steps. Write down that also. How to assign? Write down heading. Navigation. Navigation to assign permission set. Navigation to assign the permission set to the user. We'll give the steps for that also. Setup. Administer. Manage users. Manage users. Users. User. set. Down. First writing part complete. Then you can see this assignment.
1 minute.
You can
sir, 1
write
minute.
it. Yeah. Write down. Write down. Follow the same steps. You can complete this one later and send it to me. Student profile you can assign to Kiran or Wilson and log in and check once whether the permissions are coming or not. Because users you created as of now, Kiran and Wilson, right? So anyone you can give this extra permission and go to that particular login and check whether you are able to do that operations or not. Like that you have to check. Writing part everyone completed, just confirm me.
Yes, complete.
So you can try this example. If not, I will explain later. Still anyone writing? Just tell me. Still anyone writing? Okay. OWD. What is this one? Level security. Next heading. Record level security. In that, two types are there. Record level security. Record level security. We can maintain. Using maintained by using record level security. We can maintain by using OWD. OWD. Number 2. Sharing roles. OWD and sharing roles. OWD and sharing roles. First side heading OWD views. OWD. What is OWD? Organization-wide default. Organization-wide default. OWD is nothing but organization-wide default. Organization-wide default. See what exactly this one? It is defined minimum level of security. minimum level of access permissions, not security. Level of access that you are giving to all the users, the entire organization, minimum level of access permissions you are providing, granting all the users in the organization. What is the difference between permission set and OWD? With these points, can anyone tell me? Right away they will ask tomorrow what you will do. Can anyone try to answer them? If wrong, also no issues. Nothing will happen. You are learning, right? Here. What is the difference between permission set and OWD?
Permission set is an additional
Additional permissions.
permissions, and
Permissions
OW
to the
is a
specific
minimum
user.
level.
Additional permissions to the specific user. What point? That point we wrote, no? Additional permissions you are giving only one particular user. One particular user. But here, OWD,
All the
all
users.
entire organization, you are giving some minimum level of access. Some minimum level of access, entire organization you are giving. All the employees by 25th March, they need to upload their resumes in the portal. Or some employee information is there, date of birth they want to update. All the employees by month ending 31st, everyone should update their date of birth in the portal. So you are giving the minimum level of access to everyone to update the date of birth. Update access you are giving with some restrictions. On one particular employee object only, you are enabling minimum level of access. Some of the fields only update this one, like that. You are giving some extra access to the all employees in the organization. But permission set, what is that? For one particular specific users, you are providing the access. One particular user, if you want to give access, that time we will prefer permission set. Entire organization wide, if you want to give minimum level of access, just use OWD, record level security. It's a record level security. Everyone clear? What are all different types of access we can provide? Private, public read, public read write, public read write, public read write transfer. Public read write transfer. Public full access. Controlled by parent. Controlled by parent. Will we have some other access also? View all, modify all, view all data, modify all data, right? So OWD you can set like this. Private you can set it. Public read access. Everyone can able to read the records on that particular object. Everyone can able to read access. Public read means what? Public means for everyone. What kind of permission it is? Read access. Public read write. That means they can update also records. Whatever that records, on that particular object, if you are enabling OWD as a read write, they can do read access plus write access, update access, read write transfer, read write transfer. Public means for everyone, for all the employees, you are giving read write transfer access. That means that records is able to transfer to anyone. See, I am the owner of the record. If I create any record, I am the owner. You can assign to someone else. You can assign to someone else. You can transfer that record. Public full access. All kind of permissions we are giving. Read, write, transfer. Read, write, transfer permissions you are giving. Controlled by parent. See, like this OWD, you can set it. People will ask what kind of permissions you can provide by using OWD. Organization-wide default. So these are the permissions you need to remember always. We will discuss one by one. Some examples I will give you how to think these things. First write down, first point. Everyone clear? OWD, basic understanding you got?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Write down first point. OWD, expand it. What is OWD? Don't tell OWD is a organization-wide default. You need to tell concept. What exactly this one? Usually, what we will do? What is OWD means? You are elaborating the things. O means what? W means what? D means what? Don't tell like that in the interviews. OWD organization-wide default. He knows already. Concept, if you know or not, they will check. If you know this concept or not. First of all, you have to tell OWD is a record level security. The minimum level of access permissions you are granting to the users in the organization. There are different types of OWDs we can provide it. Like that you have to go. Right, first point, write down everyone. This is used to define. This is used to define minimum level of access. Minimum level of access that is granted to all the users in the organization. 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 Next point. There are different types of OWD. There are different types of OWDs. Not the types, so we can access permissions. Different, what we can write there. Not the types.
Different
Can provide different types of access permissions. You can write like that. Different types of access permissions. Write down the list. Number one, private, public read write. Other things also there. I will list out here separately. View all. Modify all. View all data. All data. Grant access using hierarchy. Hierarchies, spelling just check once. Hierarchies. Grant access using hierarchies. Completed writing part, everyone completed?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone done? Then we'll go to application. Just we'll check where it is available. In administer security controls. Security controls, we have a sharing settings. Sharing settings. Sharing settings. See here, organization-wide default. Organization-wide default. Click on edit. This is what I was telling. Organization-wide default. Private, public read only, public read write, public read write transfer. For some of the objects, some of the object they given lines. Lead object, only 4 items they give. Default external access, also same thing given. Grant access using hierarchies. By default it is checking here. Right. Controlled by parent, only some of the objects, not for all the objects. Because there is a master relation between these two objects, some of the objects. Account and contact. Account and contact, there is a relation, right? Lookup relation is there. The asset also controlled by parent. Opportunity, we don't have like that. Opportunity, we cannot transfer also directly. So here cases. Case records we can transfer. This is the entry point of the service cloud. We have a different types of clouds, right? Sales cloud, marketing cloud, service cloud. That's what the applications here we want. Sales application, service application, marketing application. There are different types of clouds. The people will ask interviews, what kind of clouds you worked on? What kind of clouds you worked on? Sales cloud, service cloud, marketing cloud. There are 3 types of clouds available. For some of the objects, if you see, some permissions are not available. Just go through this one after opening. See, for all the objects they are giving access permissions. Just read these lines also later. Now some scenarios we have to see. See, for example, if I take. So if you define OWD as a private, OWD you given as a private, one of the object. One of the object. Let's take some examples here. Records we will take. The record ID 101. Who created? Mr. Sam is created. 102. Mr. Ravi is created. 103. So Kiran is created. Okay. Now 101, who is the owner of the record? 101, who is the owner of the record? Sam. 102, Ravi is the owner of the record. 103, Kiran is the owner of the record. Now you set OWD as a private. One of the object you given OWD as a private. Lead object you given OWD as a private you given and save. See what will happen in the system. Sam login to the system. Login to the system. What will happen? He can be able to see 101 record, correct? 101 record he can be able to see. You are getting my point. He can do 101 record, read access, write permission, write access, permission, transfer. He can perform all operations on that particular record. What about 102 record for SAM login? 102 record. He can do any kind of operations. To record. Who is the owner? Who is the owner?
Ravi.
Ravi is the owner. He can be able to see if Sam login, what will happen? He can be able to see. Right. He cannot be. He cannot able to see. He cannot read. He cannot write. He cannot delete. He cannot transfer because he is not the owner of the record. OWD you set as a private. That's why these records, whatever 103 and 103 records, he is not able to see on, first of all. Not visible. Situation, right? For Ravi also. If Ravi logins to the system, what will happen? If Ravi logins to the system, what will happen? 102 record, he is the owner of the record. That's why he can perform all CAD operations. But 101 and 103 he is not able to see. Is not able to access. Everyone understanding what is going on?
Yes.
Right. First write down OWD private side. For other scenarios you have to write. First one, number one, OWD as private. OWD as private. OWD as private. Write down all these things. 101 Sam is the owner. 102 Ravi is the owner. 103 Kiran is the owner. What is this 101, 102? Records. Record owners. Writing part done, just let me know. Two scenarios you can write it. Just two scenarios. If you want, Kiran also you can write later. If Kiran logins, what will happen? If Kiran logins, what later you can write for that one. Just give some space. What is the next OWD? Next OWD permission? Public. Public read write, right? Public read write. OWD, second one, second scenario. Second scenario. Public read write. OWD, public read write. Public read write. Write down now. Same scenarios we will take. 101 Sam is the owner. 102 Ravi. 103 Kiran is the owner. Now same scenario. If Sam is login, what will happen? Can anyone tell me?
Ravi and Kiran
Ravi and Kiran.
can show the.
These records are also visible, correct?
Yeah.
These two records are also visible in his login. 102 and 103. What he can do on that? Can read, write permissions. He can update the record. He can read the record. Both he can. 103 and 102. But here extra permissions. These two he can perform. Sam login. Because 101 he is the owner of the record. 101 he is the owner of the record. That's why he can perform delete and transfer access also. But 102 and 103 OWD is set as a public read write. Can anyone log in? What will happen? Read write permissions he can do on the particular objects. Sorry, records. Everyone following him? Delete and transfer he cannot perform because OWD is set as a for everyone. 102, 103 records is visible and also they can be updated. If Ravi logins, what will happen? Ravi logins, what will happen?
Sam and Kiran visible right and right.
Which records? 102 only, right? Only 102 he can perform all the card operations. What about 101 record and 103?
Read right.
Only read write permission because OWD is set as a public read write. Write down everyone. Scenario number 3 also can write it. If this is complete. Read, write, transfer. You have to write. This is under point number 3. You have to write these things. Read, write, transfer. Now anyone can explain. After that, you can start writing the third scenario. What is happening? Can anyone explain properly? I will ask names in that case.
In this, Sam can access read, write, transfer, and delete options.
Delete options because he is
Yeah, in
the
101
because he is the 101. He is the owner of the record.
owner.
Owner of the remaining records. The
He
remaining
can
records.
only read, write, and
Able
transfer.
to read and write transfer.
Right. Read, write, transfer. Because OWT is set as a public read, write.
Read, write,
Anyone
transfer.
can read, anyone can write, anyone can transfer for all the records. Because of that, so read, write, transfer. Other people also can perform on all the records. Write down. Write down the scenario. Full access also can write down. The other things I will send the notes. So the view all, modify all, view all data, modify all data, grant access. So these notes I will send it to you. So at least full access, up to full access, everyone write it. Fourth scenario. Number 4. Full access.